Yeah, so it's dark to run through them.
It's supposed to be candles, but some of them are broken in transit. The package came from Mexico, 10 candles. That's kind of odd to be sending to a residence. So CBP went ahead and contacted us to see if we would look at the package because it looks suspicious. Gonna break open the wax. This looks weird. It's supposed to just be wax, but this is the inside of it. It's wrapped with either a condom or something. And then you have saran wrap. Let's cut this open. I can smell it.
There you go, right there.
Yeah, crystal. What we're gonna do now is put a little piece in this Nick test kit. Shake it up, let it mix in with the product that's in there. Then the middle one. And then you'll see immediately how it pops blue.
Oh, yeah.
Which gives a positive indicator for methamphetamine. It's approximately 8.2 kilograms.
Meth production has changed a lot. The super meth labs are down in Mexico. They ship it here in liquid, powder. Sometimes it's actually mixed in with diesel, and then they have to separate it out. So you'll still see conversion labs, but they're not actually producing the methamphetamine. They're just separating it out and then making it into that crystal form that they want to see here.
We're gonna repackage it, get it ready for the delivery. We're doing a controlled delivery. We have an undercover that's gonna be delivering our package. We're seeing a huge amount of meth coming into the Atlanta area. We've had large loads come in tractor trailers. We've had shipments coming through the mail. So when we work these kinds of investigations, we're not here to just take off the small supplier. Our objective is to move up the chain and ladder, hopefully get to that top level, maybe a drug trafficking organization or a head of a cartel. All right, let's roll out.
This is the International Mail Facility, where 60% of all mail comes into the United States.
Every piece of mail that comes off an international flight, we have jurisdiction to search. My dog's name is Argo. He's a 5-year-old Belgian Malinois. He's trained on narcotics, human detection, and fentanyl. Good boy. Come on, buddy.
We're looking for narcotics, fish and wildlife, agriculture, or people ordering stuff off of the dark web. That's definitely powder. If it's prohibited, we're gonna seize it, we might destroy it. It all depends on what it is. This right here is coming up as phenacin, the cutting agent for cocaine. They'll use this with cocaine, so this little amount go to this amount.
Come on, buddy. Argo pretty much puts in my hours. 8 hours a day, many times longer. Never complains, never talks back. Ready? Come. Gift. Good boy. Come on, gift. Good boy. We've got an alert on the boxes in this area. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put him in a line, and we're gonna see exactly which box contains his trained odor. Narcotics, in other words. Gift. Good boy. Come on. Come on. Good boy. Okay, so definitely the alert is on that box.
All righty. Hopefully there's something good.
Good boy, buddy.
This is fish food, but it's factory sealed. Inside are pills of ecstasy. As soon as I open the container, there is a sweet smell that comes off the ecstasy. All right. Now we're gonna take it into our detention room, process the seizure, get a weight on it, and go from there.
Hey, I'm gonna be in the end.
I'm rolling in that way. That's our target location. That's where UC is gonna drop our package off. So all our guys are getting set up in the area, different roads, so we can come in from different angles if we need to.
All right, surveillance van is at 100%. Ready to rock and roll.
Copy.
Yeah, I think you can go ahead and roll in if you're ready.
All right, UC's moving forward.
All right, van's in the driveway. We won't have visual at the door. All right, so UC's got the door, dogs barking.
Doors open, male individual at the door, accepting the package.
All right, UC's away, walking towards the van, and the package is inside.
You're speaking to somebody in the house, said it's Mama's package.
Oh, okay. I'll relay that. He signed for the package and was talking to somebody else in the house and said, hey, this is your mama's package.
Copy that.
We believe that the man that signed for the package is not the intended recipient, so we're going to maintain surveillance on the house until someone that we believe to be named Mama arrives to pick up the package. And then we have the authorization through the search warrant to go in the house to retrieve the package. But now it's kind of just a waiting game. We got to keep an eye on the door.
How we doing? You're all catching up. I'm 10-4.
Copy. Today, we're following a vehicle that entered through the San Ysidro port of entry. We have intel that the vehicle was loaded with an unknown quantity of methamphetamine.
I got eyes on our target.
Yeah, roger that, just caught it. The third one ahead of us right now.
She just passed those gas stations right there?
Going under the bridge right now. It's the white pickup truck. We're following this driver to determine where the narcotics are headed and get as high in the organization as we possibly can.
Continuing number 3 lane, 65 miles an hour.
The individuals that are recruited to drive the narcotics are generally the lowest level members, but as the controlled substances make it further into the United States, the members of the organization that come in contact with that are higher level members. Those individuals have more connections, and that can be the starting point for an in-depth investigation into the organization.
Please pick up truck off to your side.
I got him.
You're right next to this truck.
We have a pretty heavy team today. We have air surveillance up. So hopefully we can manage this well and keep everybody safe.
All right, she's setting up for a left turn.
Get this exit.
Yeah, I'm good. I got him.
We're heading generally north, going Los Angeles or Orange County. But we don't know how it's going to be transferred to the next level of the organization. That could be seeing this driver hand keys off to someone else, or seeing this individual drive to a stash house.
A smaller car just slowed down next to her and then pulled in front of her, and she pulled behind him.
You're thinking that vehicle is with it?
Yeah, confirm.
Sounds like she's gonna follow this vehicle that just made contact with her. We're assuming it's the person that she's receiving instructions from.
All right, she's making a left turn now.
Hopefully she's taking us to where this vehicle is supposed to extract the contraband.
All right, he's walking back and forth between his car and the pickup.
They hop in the truck, get ready to go.
These subjects are right here up on the right, it looks like. Stopped off at some cafe. We can't just drive in there. We don't want to burn the surveillance. Luckily, we do have air support today to keep an eye on them.
All right, I think he's walking back now.
We are waiting to see if they extract the contraband out of the vehicle into possibly another vehicle. So we'll see how this plays out.
Looks like the doors are closed and she's in the driver's side. He's into the passenger side of the pickup.
The male that met up with her is now in the truck.
Car's backing out.
Oh, buddy.
Truck is away.
Truck is away. Our target vehicle is now on the move again.
She's now northbound. All right, we're moving up and stand by.
At this point, we've come into the next county north. Operationally, we transfer responsibility to the LA office. We're all on the same page, so the decisions are the same. It's just they're the ones making the call, then we drop into a support role. We still don't know exactly where we're headed, but it could be stash house. And then they will offload the contraband there. In stash houses, we come across a lot of weapons. This isn't just messing around. It's not a game. There's loss of life from all the criminal activity that surrounds drugs.
So they just got off right here. But we'll see where it goes.
All right, she's making a left turn now, moving westbound.
You have a very rural area here.
Blowing up about halfway down.
It's gonna be a house or a warehouse. Somewhere they can pull this vehicle in and extract the contraband.
Copy.
They're taking a right-hand turn on a dirt road. Okay, that dirt road dead end goes to a few residences back here.
Oh boy.
All right, airship, you can get a better view.
Well, this place looks kind of like a junkyard. There are several vehicles and RVs such parked around there.
This is like an episode from Breaking Bad. So this is what this is turning into.
There's somebody walking out of the house towards the pickup. White male, burgundy shirt, green pants. Second guy just walked over to join us. Short white male, jacket, blue jeans, green hat.
A lot of activity back to the gas tank, yes. They're underneath that white truck.
Oh, whoa, there we go.
It looks like this is where it's going to be offloaded.
Yeah, that's it.
An average seizure here at JFK would probably be like one of these containers. Right now, we're up to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
We're going to use test kits to verify that it's in fact ecstasy. A very small amount is all you need. Positive result for MDMA and/or ecstasy is going to be basically black, which is what we have here.
We have seen the fish food containers before, but normally it's not this quantity. Smugglers use all different kinds of concealment techniques. If they think they can get it by us, they'll give it a try, but they can't beat our dogs. So we got 6 keys of ecstasy. That's a lot of ecstasy.
Hopefully we'll get some arrests out of it.
Listen, I'm reviewing that case folder on the opioid investigation you got going on. HSI is Homeland Security Investigations. We are the principal investigative arm for the Department of Homeland Security. CBP and HSI is like the 1-2 punch.
So this was partially a business trip?
Customs Border Protection are basically the uniform cops. They are the ones that the public usually deals with.
How are you today?
So when you look at HSI, we are the detectives.
MDMA?
Yeah. So they turn over the information, the evidence, and we take the lead at that point.
We had a package come through our international JFK mail branch of MDMA. We're going to attempt to deliver that package.
What's the location?
The location is in Lower Manhattan, the financial district.
Okay.
This also might be a couple accepting these packages.
Did you send out the recon team this morning?
Yeah, they're on site.
Okay. We're expecting this one to go kind of smooth?
Hopefully.
All right.
Obviously, you know, just like any other controlled delivery, there's certain things that can happen, but we're prepared for it, and everybody is on the same page right now.
Let's get out there.
Okay.
We always hope for everything to go according to plan, but you always got to plan for the unexpected. That's why when we do these operations, we go out in numbers. Because if the bad guys got more than you guys, it's not a good day for us.
We've been sitting outside this residence for several hours now, waiting for somebody named Mama. If Mama comes to pick up the package, we plan to follow her vehicle in hopes of seeing her either pass the package off to someone else or take it directly to a residence.
I got a car that just blew past our house and then hit reverse and backed up, and it stopped in its driveway from what I can tell. Driver getting out.
Looks like a male. All right, so possibly a heavy-set male got out of the Explorer and is walking inside. I thought it was gonna be a woman. That's weird. I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe she's female. That might be Mama.
The front door is open, but I can't really see who it is or what they're doing.
She's walking back out right now with a box.
Box needs to be moving.
It's go time.
Casey. It's gonna be a dark color Ford Expedition. Only one working backlight.
A dark-colored Ford pulled into our target house, and I could see that he had a box in his hand.
The gas station right there.
So we are doing mobile surveillance right now, following that vehicle. Prepares he get some gas. We want to keep that down a little bit. And just get some gas. Oh, it is a female. That must be Mama. Mama, yes. It is Mama. I'm in the gas station at a gas pump, so I'll let you know when she pulls out. There's a couple of winners firing up a joint right there. That's another good part of the job. I mean, start smoking weed right next to us. We see exchanges at other locations. We're sitting at watching something else. We're like, I can't really do anything with this. All right, she's coming. She's in the bar. All right, here we go. Let's see where she's headed next.
Love the come in. Only thing that's missing is the towers. 9/11, that's when the all our agencies got put together and created the Department of Homeland Security. 9/11, I was the duty agent with the United States Customs Service that morning. So I was sitting at my desk, and the first plane hit. It shook our entire building. I mean, it was like an earthquake. At that moment, I thought that, yeah, this is it. In law enforcement, when you say goodbye to your family that day and you go to work, there's always that feeling you might not come home. Today might be that last day. So I try not to take things for granted.
Looks like we're coming up here, so you can drop me off wherever. Here you go?
Yep.
All right.
All units, be advised. Tom is going to the target location.
Good copy.
Once that parcel has been introduced, it's a live set, and hopefully the target shows up.
Doorman made a call to the target, letting him know the package is there.
All right, roger that, 10-4. Be advised, everyone.
Cash like this. He's a white male. He looked like he had like orange hair. He had glasses on. He had a baseball cap on, a blue one. He was just holding blue.
Calling blue. All units, be advised. We might have a possible target in there.
He didn't take the package. Both the target and the girl, both of them have been confirmed. They are actually sitting inside next to our street team guys.
Roger that. Hopefully they'll go for the package. Both subjects that we were interested in are on the set right now. So yeah, the hearts are racing, because what we don't want to do is miss this. And we don't want to spook the targets. It's almost like the cat and mouse game, right? So we got to play cool enough, but stay on top of them with good eyes on them. This might be going down pretty quickly.
¿Dónde va? Más dale la ventanilla. Gracias. One of my biggest things that I look for is how new the trailer is, the crossings, how often do they cross. ¿De dónde vienen? Other than that, I also focus a lot on the companies that are transporting the actual commodity. Buenas. Normalmente, ¿qué cruzan con la compañía? ¿Cruzan de qué? ¿Qué es lo que normalmente traen con ustedes? So I've been running some queries and looking into the commodity he's bringing across. And it shows that it's coming from a city in Mexico that's known for its cartel activities. And it's going out of state to another city that's known really big for its trafficking of narcotics. Vámonos, señor. Pásele rayos, por favor.
Is it that one? Private officer told us that he selected one to look further into. It's manifested as acrylic waterproof paint going to Georgia. Probably more than 500 buckets or more, I can't tell. Listo, Choy. See what it looks like. We have a X-ray van that we can individually scan these buckets to see if there's some kind of narcotics bundle inside. You want to help me check them on that side? Check these two out. All right, here goes one. So far, this shipment looks pretty legit, but being the fact that it is buckets and there has been previous seizures of narcotics in buckets. There you go. The next step would be to physically open up these buckets and check out what's inside. Next one. All right, so as I picked up this one, I noticed that this one was a little bit lighter than the other ones, and they shouldn't be. They should all weigh the same. Nope, that's definitely not acrylic paint, I'll tell you that.
There's multiple people on the property. A lot of activity going back and forth.
Our target vehicle is now moving anymore, and it's stationary here. From the intel that we're getting, this address where the truck landed, it's got prior hits for narcotic smuggling, so sounds like a winner for us.
Ground air, does it look like there's any type of buildings in there where they can process it there? Definitely. They have tons of RVs, 2 outbuildings, and there is a single-wide trailer.
All right, guys, so it looks like the vehicle is possibly going to be getting offloaded here soon.
Wait till they start working on the truck and drop the tank, whatever the case is. The goal is to confirm that contents are being taken out and then try to see where that is then taken.
Since it's on the fly, we have to gear up pretty quickly here because anything could happen from the next few seconds here.
All right, we're rolling.
We are set on this location to conduct enforcement activity here. If we see any contraband being extracted out of our target vehicle, we're making our approach.
There's multiple people on the property, and I do not have eyes on any right now. Copy.
There's a lot of unknowns. We have no idea who the people we're encountering are. And then you have a very rural area here, so it's a very difficult safety concern for all of us.
Got 2 people out walking over towards the bin. They're back by the gas tank. They're underneath the rear of that white truck. 2 people bringing a big container. Copy that.
Stand by 1.
Looks like they are sighting that right now.
Oh, whoa, there you go.
Where is he at? He just turned into apartment. Female getting out, nothing in her hands, going in the apartment.
All right, Steve, we're in position.
Okay, we'll be in there shortly.
Yeah, so that building straight out in front of us. That's Mama's expedition right in front of it. So we followed the female from the target location, and she pulled into an apartment complex, but right now she still has the package in her car. So it looks like our guys are gonna actually approach the apartment and see if they can make contact with the female that picked up the package. Oh, door's open.
You guys see that? So those are gonna be the ones that actually have that acrylic paint. We open up the buckets and we notice that some of them, have a white color to them and some of them have a clear liquid. But can it be water or something else? Yeah, maybe, right? So let me get a test kit right now. So we break one of these, each one of these ampoulettes, there's 3 of them. From left to right. And then they should have after you break the last one, it should have the reaction. And there it is. You see the blue right there? It's letting you know that it's positive for the properties of methamphetamines. Told you.
If I'm lazy, I'm just gonna check the one on the top or the first one's in the back of the trailer.
Yeah.
That's why we offloaded all the trailers.
Yeah.
Make sure we can do a good inspection.
These are 5-gallon buckets, right? So these guys, what they'll do, they'll mix it, they'll put 1 or 2 buckets in the whole pallet. If you think about it, 1 or 2 buckets, that's all they really need to get across. We're gonna check all of them, make sure which ones have acrylic and which have narcotics. So we're gonna have to physically open each bucket. There's about 24 pallets? So yeah.
Times 32 buckets.
So we're looking like a long night ahead of us.
Right now, the surveillance cover team has got eyes on both subjects, so we're waiting to see. We're waiting to see if both subjects pick up the parcel. Stand by.
It looks like the male went inside the lobby area right now. Took the package. Oh, he must be going towards the elevator. He must be going towards the elevator.
We're going.
Get there. Well, took the package. He went upstairs.
Roger that. Be alert.
Now, Matt, this way.
Round the back. Go.
Out of the way!
Dressed all in blue. Go. Got him?
We got him.
All right. Our main target, we got him trying to exit the building into a van that was waiting for him in the back in the entrance of the building. The target's wife. Anyone knows where she's at?
She's in custody. She's in the back of my Jeep right now.
All right, roger that.
Yeah, put him in motion.
Everyone's been apprehended.
I haven't ran that fast in a long time.
What's up, man? Today, we helped stop the flow of narcotics. We disrupted this network, saved lives, and hopefully by the end of the day, we'll have a better understanding of where this is all coming from and stop that flow from this one supplier completely. No one got hurt, and my book says this goes down as a successful operation today.
All right, airship, we're good with you coming a little lower so you can get a better view. Copy that. They're definitely offloading this white truck right now. Copy that. And are they still outside? I got one guy back and forth. He's carrying jugs that they filled up. Let's see where he goes.
This is gonna go down pretty quick.
Carried it inside this makeshift white outbuilding. And now all the people are in there doing something on it.
That's the lab.
That's the one you want. All right, we're on it. Come in. Let's go. Move it.
Police!
Let's go.
Hey, come on.
Let me see your hand. Stuck towards me. Do it now.
You got him?
Yeah, we got him.
We're good.
You take care of this guy here. Cuff him up.
We got two. A guy and a female. I've also got two in custody back here.
So far, we have 6 in custody right now.
They confirmed there's one more suspect outstanding within the vicinity, guys, FYI. Ground air. Keep up view verification. Got runner. Head 4.
Still one guy outstanding right now, so we gotta clear this entire compound. Watch your back.
Well, Homeland Security special agents, they're interviewing the driver at a waiting area right now. The driver half the time doesn't know about the shipment having anything illegal.
That breaking bag right there.
We're used to seeing the crystal meth in crystals or in powder. It's pretty rare to see it in liquid form. Their main goal is always to get it across, so they're always going to utilize different methods. It's always changing. The trends are always changing. That one's ready to be taken over there. So the other ones that didn't have any narcotics will be put back on the pallets, shrink wrap. They will be put back in a trailer, pending destruction. How many buckets were they? Do you guys know? Huh?
28.
They had a final weight of 560 kilograms with an estimated street value of $24 million. Yeah, it's a significant seizure. Teamwork, team effort. You know, that's what we're here for, fighting narcotics. So when we find narcotics, it's like, hey, we did our job. This will be turned over to HSI, and they will continue the investigation and see if they can get any more arrests.
Four of our agents made contact with the female at the door, and pretty quickly she allowed them to come inside. So it looks like maybe she's cooperating. I'm sure they're talking to her to see if the package was hers or if the package belonged to somebody else. And they're coming out.
The lady in the apartment, she stated that she did not know what was in the box, but she knows this male is supposed to come pick up the box. She's agreed to work with us and hand off the box to this next person. We need to be set up on her car, and once he comes and picks up the box, then we'll get him.
All right, that's it.
We're waiting on a male to come and pick up the package. Mom explained that he's going to arrive and just retrieve the package from her trunk. Anticipated time was about 8 p.m. tonight to pick this package up. We've got undercover agents scattered around the complex. We have uniformed patrol standing by. That's where we're at right now, just kind of sitting and waiting.
So it looks like it may be a Kia. It backed up on the driver's side. Now it's backing up on the passenger side of the target vehicle.
Male got out of the blue vehicle. Red ball cap, dark jacket.
Yeah, this could be our target from the pictures we had. She's going right to the door, leaning in to get the package.
Now he's got the package in his hand, walking back to his car, and now he's pulling out. All right, the vehicle is passing us, headed towards the exit. All right, here we go. So he's headed straight, correct?
Straight. Left to go 75 south.
He may be going to a stash house.
Passing exit 233, still far right.
So he's just making a loop. Basically, he's trying to see if anybody's following him, which we are.
I'll go ahead and put the blue lights on.
It's go time.
He stopped.
With taking this one person into custody, we were able to seize approximately 8 kilograms of methamphetamine. It's a huge epidemic, so for us to take 1 kilo off or 300 kilos off is huge to us because we feel like we're saving lives. But there's still a train or a plane or a bus that's bringing more and more across. So from here, we just move on to the next one.
Come out with your hands raised.
Over here! Please, hands up! Come on out! Anybody else in there?
Just by yourself?
West end of the property.
Turn around. Turn around. Just right over here.
We had suspects run to the rear of the property that got detained there, and then we encountered other individuals within the premise. Right now, we're getting identification on everybody, check for wants and warrants, and basically we're gonna go from there.
Hey, airship, we are code 4 here on the ground. We really appreciate your help. Thank you so much.
Good job, guys. We'll see you.
If you want to give us a flyby, go for it.
One
Yeah.
step ahead of you.
So there's the target vehicle over there.
This type of truck has 2 gas tanks, tank 1 and tank 2. Tank 1, the front tank here, looks like this is where they were doing the majority of the work.
They siphoned whatever was in the gas tank into 5-gallon water jugs. What appears to be liquid meth that they extracted out of the fuel tank. There's so many subjects encountered here on the property that we have to figure out who was involved, but we'll figure it out after the interviews.
With the number of bodies we have in custody, none of our officers have been injured. Everyone is safe, and now it's just cleanup time to get everything ready to go.
We are calling in a lab team. They're going to come, test it, and then order for it to be destroyed. This was a complete success. Thousands of pounds of meth are coming across our border every day. And we got some poison off the streets, and we took out a lab. Today is a win for all of us. This is what we do.